Yes, good morning, happy Friday. What a week it's been for Tottenham Hotspur. Players going out, players coming in, players getting back from injury, ready in time to play Man United in the league and Man City in the FA Cup. We've had players go to AFCON. We've had players go to the Asian Cup. And more important than any of that, Friday is the day that I am going to finally go and get my beard and my hair done, because look at it. I'm going to get this monstrosity done today. So I'm very, very happy on a personal note. Big up to absolutely each and every one of you. I think this weekend we can move away a little bit from the transfer window. We can actually start getting back to what we are as a football club and playing some actual football games. Man United away in the cup. We're going to be having a look at that. We're going to have a look at what the Premier League has got to offer for this weekend. It's a very strange one this weekend. There are some games on and then some games next weekend. It's very, very, very strange, but it is what it is. And then there's going to be some more games next weekend, and then you've got the FA Cup games. So let's get into some of the news. I've looked at Fabrizio Romano this morning to see if he's got any more news. I think we're being a bit greedy now. Like, I'm looking going, well, what else? What else are Spurs doing? But let's be fair, we're being greedy, and I'm being greedy. He has repinned, by the way, Romano. Let's have a look. Shall we have a little look? Let's have a look what Romano's saying this morning, shall we? Just so that we're all up to date. I think it's really, really important that we're all up to date with what's going on in the world of football, even if it's not Spurs. I think that's really, really important. So let's have a look here. Hopefully everyone can see that. So if we start there, he's retweeted his pinned tweet from 3 days ago, which normally means something's about to happen, talking about Ajax showing concrete interest in Jordan Henderson, ex-Liverpool captain. 35 seconds ago, you can see there that Ian Maatsen was unveiled as a new Borussia Dortmund player on loan from Chelsea. Good left-footed player, this guy. Good player. Be interesting to see what he does there. He's gone there as well as Sancho. So let's see what they're doing. 37 minutes ago, it says Ole Solbakken assigned as new Urawa Red Diamonds player on loan from AS Roma. So that's an interesting one. So Solbakken, who is at Roma, has now gone to the Urawa Red Diamonds. So that's going to be a loan. You've got the Borussia Dortmund director has said that they don't have a loan option, a buy option rather. They have got a loan option. They've got him. They don't have a buy option for Sancho. They're saying staying here beyond this season. You can never rule everything out, but we know what kind of market value he can generate. I'm not naive, but we'll let things come to us, which is interesting. I think they're just basically saying he's going to be really expensive. Burnley are signing David Datro Fofana on loan from Chelsea. Chelsea have just recalled him from his previous loan bid, and they're going to send him straight to Burnley, who are looking for a striker. How good is he? I don't know. Not really seen anything of the guy at all since Chelsea signed him. Some more news there on Sancho. More news there on Maatsen. Radu Krunic is on his way to Istanbul. Krunic has apparently been wanted by only Fenerbahce, and he's set to sign for the Turkish club. AC Milan have signed all the documents. So AC Milan are letting him go, and it looks like he'll be joined at Fenerbahce by Bonucci. So obviously the legend that is of Italian football, Bonucci, the centre-half, looks like he's going there as well. Juventus, more details of their deal with Thiago Giallo. The City Group are monitoring, obviously, that they own Man City, they own Girona, amongst others. So the City Group are monitoring 19-year-old Colombian right-back Joson Escobar as a talent for the future. So keep an eye on that one. French centre-back Cedric Kiplé could be on the move in 2024 as his current deal at West Brom expires in the summer. He's having an outstanding season in the Championship. And there you go. That's an interesting one. So clubs in the Premier League, Liga, and the Bundesliga are looking at him. So I don't know too much about him, but if all these clubs are looking at him, he can't be bad. So that brings you bang up to date with everything that Romano is saying this morning. In the last 24 hours, Spurs have confirmed Eric Dyer going to Bayern Munich with on a 6-month deal. I believe he's got a deal there until June of 2024 with a further 1-year option. So I'm guessing it's going to be for him to go and prove himself. Rado Dragoshin has officially signed for Tottenham Hotspur. So that's going to be an interesting one. It is very, very interesting. Dragoshin is coming in. Romero is now fit. Suddenly, he was going to be out for another month. He's now fit. He's now training. Tottenham telling porcupines with some of their lengths of their injuries. Van de Ven back quicker than said. So was Romero. So was Bentancur. Sneaky little medical and PR team at Tottenham Hotspur. So you've got the Romero, Van de Ven, and Dragoshin all could be available for this weekend. What does that mean for Emerson Royale? You've got Ben Davis, who's out for 4 to 6 weeks, but knowing our medical team, that probably means 2 weeks. You've got Basuma and Sarr at the AFCON. You've got Valise is out injured. Sonny's gone to the Asian Cup. Am I missing anybody? Højbjerg is up in the air. Pardon the rhyming on that. I didn't mean to do that. But Højbjerg's situation is up in the air. Is he wanted? Is he not? Is he going to start this weekend instead of Ollie Skip? Is Ollie Skip going to start instead of him? We're going to be talking about Man United this weekend. What's the 11 going to be? You've now got options at centre-half. Have you got options at centre mid? Because you've got, as far as I can see, the only central midfielders that are fit are Bentancur, Skip and Højbjerg, or Kulu, if you want to put him in that 3. Then that means you've got what? Brennan Johnson, Richarlison, Werner. So options coming back to us in defence, but getting a bit thin in other areas. And all of that only took 7.5 minutes. So good morning to each and every one of you. Smash the like button on your way in, and a happy Friday to you, to your families. Let me know what you're doing this weekend. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. So hang on, let's go. What's the date? It's Friday the 12th. So let's have a look. Okay, going to have a little look here at the league games that are coming up before I go to the comments. Share the screen. We'll use Sky Sports for this. We'll use Sky Sports. They're trying to sell me some sort of holiday there. Look, oh, good God, go away. Jesus, look, ads everywhere. Would you like a holiday? Yes, but my bank account says no. So we can see there, Friday the 12th of January, today, the first Premier League game of the weekend. Bearing in mind, this is the 2 weeks where they are splitting 5 Premier League games this weekend, 5 Premier League games next weekend, and then it's the FA Cup the weekend after. So teams are playing 1 Premier League game in 3 weeks, which is very, very frustrating. I don't know why they keep doing this. Too many stoppages. But you can see there, Burnley versus Hull. That's a complete lie. You know what I've done? I've seen Hull City below. Burnley versus Luton Town. Big game at the bottom of the table. We'll have a look at that in a minute, how it affects it. Then if we move to Saturday, you've got some big games. You've got Chelsea versus Fulham. Chelsea 3 points off of European football. So if Chelsea win that game, they go into 7th and back into European spots for the time being. So that's a big game. I would suggest if they lose that at home to their rivals Fulham, this is, of course, a very big London derby on the calendar. I would suggest if they lose that, then you are looking at Pochettino's going to be under some huge pressure if he isn't already. How things change very quickly for people. Then you've got a big game at the top of the table. You've got Newcastle United versus Manchester City. Newcastle United are currently in 9th, and they will be 10th if Chelsea win tomorrow. So if Newcastle don't win tomorrow, Newcastle will be 10th and only 1 point above Wolves and 3 points above AFC Bournemouth, who have a game in hand, and they'll have 2 games in hand, in fact. But also it puts Man City. This is in essence, this is Man City's game in hand. They will go 2 points behind Liverpool if they win this game. And then the table, we'll have a look at that in a minute. But Man City will go 2 points behind or stay 5 points behind. So a big game for Newcastle, big game for Man City. Newcastle, if they win that game, as such is the league that they could go 7th and only 2 points behind West Ham in a Europa League position. So it's all hotting up in the Premier League table. Then if we round the weekend off, I believe that there might be a team plan that we all want to see play on Sunday. Let's have a look. There you go. So again, some big games Sunday. If you look at Everton, they host Aston Villa. Everton, who were in really good form, have started to slip back. They've lost their last 3. And if Luton win tonight, their game in hand, Everton will go into the bottom 3. So a big game for Everton and also Aston Villa. If Aston Villa win that game, I don't think they'll go above Liverpool. They'll go joint points with Liverpool, but they are 9 goal difference worse off. Then the game you lot will care about and that I care about, Man United versus Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford on the 4:30 kickoff. Of course, we'll have the Spurs review later that evening, but Man United versus Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford. What does that do for the Premier League table? If Man United were to win, that puts them level in 6th. They'll actually go 6th because they will have a better goal difference than West Ham. So that would put Man United 5 points behind Spurs if they win that game, better goal difference than West Ham, and into the Europa League places. If Tottenham win, if we win, we will go, depending on Man City's results, depending on Villa's results, we would go 2nd or 3rd or 4th, depending on the results. A draw would see us stay in 5th no matter what the score, because we are 4 goal difference worse off than Arsenal. We would move level on points with them. But what I was saying yesterday on the on Spurs Unleashed is it's a big game because we're 5 points off, 6 points off the top at the moment. If Liverpool were to win their game and we lose, it's a 9-point gap. And you start to lose a little bit of, you lose that coattail pulling. That's not the phrase I'm looking for. You lose that distance between the 2 clubs. So it's going to be a very, very, very interesting 3 days of Premier League football. My question to you all this morning, big up to each one of you. My question to you this morning, what's your 11 versus Man United? What's the score going to be? Does Werner come immediately into the 11? Does Dragoshin come straight into the 11? Have we got enough firepower to beat them? Struggled to score versus Everton. Struggled for a long time to score against Bournemouth. Struggled to score against Burnley. Will we have our shooting boots? Let me know. I will try and go to some comments now. So thank you. Takes a lot out of you doing that. It does. Big up to memes for you. Savva, make a deal with me together. If Werner scores versus City or United in the next 2 games, we have to buy his jersey. No, I'm not going to buy a Spurs shirt for a player who's on loan. That is for sure. No. I hope he scores in both games. Big up to Vinny Rowley. Hope you are well. Get the fraud Arteta out my club. Say good morning, Savva. I'm back for a while. Getting too much crap on here, making it football less appealing. I won't be back for a while. Getting too much crap on here. Too much crap on my channel. Get the fraud out. Listen, tell me, if you're getting, you shouldn't be. The people in my channel that come in every day should know better than this. Hopefully it's not here. Let me know, mate. Please let me know. Don't just disappear. Don't. Listen, you're one of the good ones, a very level-headed Arsenal fan. So, look, please let me know if it is in here, and we'll start having a word with a few people, won't we? Mark Cook said, big up Savva, smash the likes and subscribe. Absolutely smash the likes and subscribe to people. Subscribe to me, people. And thank you so much for all your support. in these last few months. It's really, really, really been appreciated. I've just seen if there's any more news. There is, but it's not about us. It's about Eddie Howe. Jessica has said, I love this. Has said, West Ham bid for Jimenez, 35 million. Bid rejected. According to a friend from Holland, it's on their news. 35 million for Santiago Jimenez. God, that would be a very brazen attempt at a transfer coup, wouldn't it? Very brazen attempt. Video complete as an hi Savva. According to some news, Dyer left on loan for 6 months. I don't understand. No, he's gone there. He's gone there permanently for 6 months. He can't go on loan from. Well, he could go on loan from Spurs if he wants, but he's out of contract in the summer. So no, he's left Tottenham. He's no longer a part of the Tottenham squad. Is my understanding. Anybody else? Let me know. That's my understanding of it. Good morning to Tony Rodriguez. Good morning to you, channel member Tony. Good morning to Bob Cunningham. I said, morning, Savva. Well done yesterday, streaming a good 12 hours. It wasn't quite 12 hours, but yes, I know what you mean. I did do a lot yesterday. I won't do as much today. I do have a show. I've got a video coming out mid 2-ish, and then I've got a show with Sean at 5, and then I'm going to chill for the evening. John Clarkson, morning, Savva. You doing okay? John, I am absolutely fine. I can't wait. As soon as I've done this, I've got a show with LB on his channel, and then I want to go and get my hair done. Look, I'm a mess. I look homeless. I'm a mess at the moment. This line should be there. Look at that. It's horrible. Look like a tramp, don't I? Good morning to Rayman. Good morning to Graham Taylor. Good morning to you from Brazil. Yes, Mappy and Radu finally gets announced. Bobby Andrews, definitely not going to whip my hair off. No, I do not look good if I didn't have hair. No. I barely look good with hair. No. Martin Knightsbridge. So morning, Savva. Just watched the Drago Sheen interview. He wants to play for Ange, wants to play the system, and will give 100%. I'm on board. Absolutely. Good player. Really looking forward to seeing it. Paul, 123. Good morning to you. Rusterman has said, Savva, bet you a $5 we sign Conor Gallagher on deadline day. I'll have that bet with you, Rusterman. I don't think we will. I can't listen. I don't. If we do, I've already said I don't mind. I just don't see it. And for the sake of a $5, let's make it interesting. Yeah, go on then. I'll have that $5 with you. If I win and we don't sign him on deadline day, that means you're giving yourself a 24-hour window that we have to sign him. So if we sign him the day before deadline day, you owe me a $5. And if we don't sign him, you owe me a $5. And you'll have to put it in a super chat. We'll have that bet. Musings of a football fan. So morning, Savva. Feeling like we should be beating United this weekend. We'll be disappointed if we don't. Lots of people saying that. But our away form is not good at the moment. So I do feel we just, go there, win. I don't see any reason why not. But I do feel that we need to go there. We need to take it seriously. And I do worry that our midfield is not what it should be at the moment with a lot of players out. Sav, thoughts on Henderson? I would take him. He's been there, done it, winner. It'd be nice to have him around the younger lads. I'd have him around the squad for sure. I'd definitely take him on a 6-month deal, have him around the squad. He's a winner. You're right. He's a winner. I don't think we've got enough experience and winners in the squad. So yes, I would. Not in the long term, but definitely for the short term. Maybe you let Højbjerg go and cover him until the summer with someone like Henderson on a short-term contract. I'd be all over that. Shem Tan, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. And yes, come on, you Spurs. Absolutely. Good evening from Australia. Good evening, Brian. I hope you are well, my man. Hope you're well. Good evening to you. Tigaro, how are you doing? He said evening, morning. Big up to all in the chat. Yes, good morning to you as well. Good morning and good evening to you all at the same time. Even if it is your evening, the moment your eyes shut, the next thing you know, it will be morning. Nicholas Walker said, morning all, enter the Dragushin. Yes, absolutely. Bobby said, why wouldn't you take him? Who? Sorry, who? I don't know who you're talking about. Sorry. Colin Miller has said, morning, Savva. Your thoughts on BBC Sports saying Eric Dyer 6-month loan? I just don't see how it can be. I think he's gone, right? He's gone. Philly said, good morning to my brother from another mother, Savva. Big up, Philly. Love you, dude. Said, and everyone in the magnificent chat, hit the likes and subscribe. Yeah, if you haven't, you know the rules. We know the rules, don't we? We know the rules. There's 312 in here. and 100 likes. Come on, that means 2/3 of you haven't bothered to smash that like button. Yeah, Tottenham Titbits just saying, Colin, it's not a loan. His contract was up in the summer anyway. This is Tottenham. I said, good morning, Savva and all. Hope you're having a great morning. Good morning to you as well. Musings of a football fan has said, what's your possible lineup this weekend? Mine, Vicario, Udogie, VDV, Dragoshin, Porro, Bentancur, Skip, Kulu, Johnson, Richie, Werner. I don't make you wrong. If I'm honest, I don't make you wrong. This is what I think he will go with. My worry is the midfield three. My worry is the midfield three as a combination. Are there enough goals up front? Is the midfield three strong enough? The back four looks good. The back four and the keeper look great. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Paul G said, morning all. Savva is flying recently with his numbers. Smash the like button. Yeah, thank you. Listen, I'm working hard for it. I don't think anyone can say that I'm not working hard for it. Some people just get it naturally. I have to graft. So I've always been a grafter in life, and I'm grafting now. Tigaro has said, if the Dragon play, I love this. This is going to be a thing, isn't it? If the Dragon plays, PH will be the 6. If Cootie plays, Skip will be the CDM. Why? Interesting. Why? I'd love to know your rationale behind those two scenarios. Let me know, please. I'd love to know. Let me know. Let me know your theory behind that. Crossbone Gaming has said, do these games count towards Basuma's suspension, or do they start once he's back from AFCON? That is a great question. Answers on a postcard. Anyone know the answer to that? Because I don't. Bobby Andrews said, we can't start Skip against United. I really don't know how this guy gets minutes. You start Højbjerg over him every day of the week. Bobby, I don't think it's baffling. I agree with you. But I don't think it's baffling. I think Højbjerg is on his way out. He's not been in favour over Skip. Everyone can see that he's better than Skip. His performances when he's been coming on, his performance against Burnley when he came on was diabolical. But I think he's going. I think that is why you're seeing Skip. Only a theory. I don't know for sure. It's just a theory. Good evening, Daniela. Hope you're well. Stanley Kush has said Morten Frendrup from Genoa is being banded about. Liverpool in for him too. Yeah, can you imagine if we go and take another player from Genoa? They must be sick of Daniel Levy. AJ, good morning, Savva, you big, beautiful bastard. I got that Friday feeling. Countdown to collecting 3 points against United. Bring it on. Yeah, listen, it's a good day. It's been a good week for Tottenham Hotspur. Listen, I get a lot of people right now saying things to me like, oh, Savva, you seem much happier. Savva, you're more positive. And I said, yeah, because I feel more positive about the club. Right? It's not rocket science, is it? You know what I mean? It's not rocket science. We've got we've got better scouts in place. We're scouting better. We're signing better. We're moving quicker. It's all I've wanted from this club, so I can't complain when they do it. Oh, I know. Oh, mate, it's an absolute look. It's a shambolic mess at the moment. Look, it's all over the shop. Look, it's coming into my mouth, and oh no, I'll sort it out. When you see me on stream tomorrow or Sunday, you'll see a clean cut. Well, it won't be clean cut, but you'll see a tidied up version. Tottenham Titbits said, Savva, I'm doing the Skywalk today in my Dyer shirt and throwing it at the top. Oh, bless him. Come on. Let's wish him the best. Let's wish him the best. Okay, come on. Let's wish him the best. Dan Inwood has said, Savva, here is my view on Man U. There is no reason for PH or Skip with Dragushin. He can play CDM when Romero and Vita are on the pitch. I can't imagine in any way that we buy Dragushin and put him in central defensive midfield in game one. I can't see it, mate. That is something you'll have to work on the training ground, and he hasn't trained with us yet. I mean, isn't today his first training session? And then they're travelling to. It just can't work, mate. I hear what you're saying for the future, but it can't work for this Sunday, surely. Big up to you, 7SC. Big up to you. Hope you're well, brother. Big up to Tom as well. How are you, mate? Mark Cook. Museum of Football Fan said I would start Højbjerg, but think he wants to move away this window and don't think Ange will risk him. That's what I think is going on as well. I truly, truly believe that. Yeah, listen, mate, tell me what's happened. What's happened? Surely it's no one in my channel. Everyone in here, like all these people in here are a good bunch. Listen, they give me more shit than they give you, so don't worry about it. Hopefully it's no one in here giving you crap. Hopefully no one in here is. Please tell me that people aren't doing it. Tigara, I think it's got to be that Højbjerg is on his way out, surely, because Højbjerg has always been his guy over Skip, and now all of a sudden he's not. Eddie's, good morning to you as well. It's a good day to be a Spurs fan. It is. Let's hope that we continue that feel-good feeling on Sunday at Old Trafford, because that's how quickly the feel-good factor can come away if they beat us. So let's hope we go there and beat them. AJ said, real talk. Although I don't think Poch is helping himself playing players out of position. I agree with you. I genuinely don't think any manager would be doing a better job. Club is a mess. I said, I do think the club is a mess. I do also think he's not helping himself. I agree with you. Jason, channel member, said not a lot of strike power for the Man U game. Also, chat, help Savva out. Don't be tight. Absolutely. Leave a like. Absolutely. We've had no subscribers today either. So I'm hoping that it's because all of you guys, I'm hoping that it's all of you. Oh, we have just had 2. So big up to you. Hopefully it's because everyone's subscribed. Where are we? Mapping said we will have better centre-backs in backline, either with Radu or VDV or Romero. We will. Obviously, there's question marks over all 3 for this game from a point of view that Romero's been out for a while, VDV's been out for even longer, and Radu's never played for us before. So I'm really intrigued to see what pairing he puts out. Does he keep Emerson Royal? Does he keep Emerson Royal in the team to reward him for his good performance against Burnley? Just chucking it out there. I'm not saying I would do it. I'm just chucking it out there. Yeah. Dan Inwood has gone with Vicario, Romero, Van der Ven, Adogi and Porro. Dragusin, never going to happen at centre mid. I can't see it, mate. If you get this right, I'll give you a tenner. I just can't see it. Bentancur, Kulu, Werner, Richie, Johnson. I make your whole team fine, but I can't see that he's going to go Dragusin at centre mid against Man U on his debut. Anyone else? Am I going mad? Is Dan Inwood going mad? I like the theory, though. It's a great talking point. We finished this now. Said I'm feeling much better about the United game than the City one. Me too. I'll happily play Man United. I don't ever want to happily play Man City. I'm sorry. I just don't. People will say I'm a Man City fan. I just don't. No, it just don't. Scott said good opinions and good feedback. Plus, you could tell Savvy cares. Yeah, I care deeply about everyone and everything. Big up to you. Are Porro and Adogi playing? Oh, they've got to play, right? I think they're both fit, aren't they? I don't think Adogi's suspended. Yeah, they're both fit. They should both be playing. Absolutely. Perchie is absolutely fine. Perchie is fine. Perchie's concentrating on a few other things. All right. So let's just leave him be. Perchie is absolutely fine. There's no need to free him. I actually had a phone call with him this morning. He's fine. He's just concentrating on a few bits. So, yeah, no more of that sort of talk. Marcel has said, big up, Savva. Hope you're well. Big up to you. Hope you get top 4 over Arsenal. They are so overrated. Well, we're gonna have this conversation in a minute. Someone remind me in a minute. Right, someone remind me at 1:45, just say Tottenham Arsenal. That's all you need to say. I'll remember the rest. Big up, Nick Brown. I said I'm looking forward to the match. It should be good. Hopefully we can go there and rip them apart. I just think it's going to be tight. I do think it's going to be a tight game. I don't know why. I just get that feeling. I'm going to have a little look and see what we're saying about Man United's team news. Sunday, English Premier League, Man United... summary. So will not play. So it looks like there'll be no Amrabat or Casemiro. 2 massive midfielders for them. No Lindelof, Maguire, Malacia, Martinez, Mount, Anana. Possibly no Martial and no Shaw. So they've got massive injury problems. Huge injury problems compared to us. Huge injury problems. So there's never going to be a better time. There's never going to be a better time to play Man United, is there? Mauler, big up to you, has said Dyer is technically a loan. Can see him listed on official as it, but he's out of contract when his loan expire, hence finished here. Yeah. Option to extend is between Dyer and Bayer. Yeah, absolutely. Love that. Thank you for that. Nick says, I think we have to start Werner. I agree. Aussie made Traveller said Werner will definitely start, but where? I think he's got to be off the left, or maybe I think he'll be left, Richie through the middle. I would play Richie through the left and Werner through the middle. I can't stand Richie up front. I just can't. Sorry. I'm not sorry. No, I'm not. I agree. I can't see that we will. I can't see Chelsea will let him go. I can't see we're going to spend big. We will see. We will see. And now I've got the £5 bet. So we will see. Mapping, I said, I don't trust Richarlison. I liked the Scarlet cameo. It was more convincing than Richarlison to me, but needs Rexpetti. Look, I think for me, I think the difference between coming on for a cameo and coming on and doing it for 90 minutes are two very, very different things. For me, I think you just need better. I would be tempted to play Werner through the middle. I don't think he will. I think he'll go with his pace out wide left and try and hit United on the counter with him and Brennan Johnson. But we'll see. We'll see. I would love to see Brian Cristante as well. Solid Italian experienced international footballer who's won things, plays for the Italian national team. Yep. Big up Faz, hope you're doing well. So big up Savva, 3-1 Spurs as always. I'd be disappointed if you didn't go for 3-1 Faz for what I've got to know you over the years. Yes, 3-1 Spurs. Absolutely. Matt O'Reilly all day, every day. Matt O'Reilly, top footballer. Sean Smith said, morning, Savva. Big up, my man. I hope all is well. The channel is growing too. Top draw. Yeah, listen, I mean, whether the channel's growing or not, we're just here having a laugh. We're doing our thing. If people like it, good. If they don't, I can't really do anything about that. But thank you very much for always being here, Sean. I really appreciate it. Spurs are ranked 3rd in away form this season. Yeah, we are, but the last 4 away games haven't quite been as good, have they? So I hear you, but our away form has not quite been as good the last 4 games. So, we've got to be, let's have a look. We've got to be genuine. Can't be disingenuous about that completely. Big up, Mark said over 300 people. There's over 415 people at the moment, Mark. So this shows that I'm very, very far behind. Good evening to you in Australia. Hope you're well. Tom, Dyer's got 6 months with an option for another year at the moment. Don't trust the BBC. Check Romano. What are we talking about? Are you saying check him now or in general? What have the BBC said? What's going on? Eddie Howe has confirmed that we didn't make a move for Solanke. We can't sign him. He's put, I love Solanke. I've signed him for Bournemouth and rate him highly, but we've not made an inquiry for him, and we don't have the ability to sign a player of that level. So there you go. Newcastle do not have the funds to go and buy what they need. So Newcastle having a tough season, having a very, very tough season. Are Newcastle United. And listen, I think we all said it. It's going to be tough. You're going from 1 game a week to European football. There's a huge difference. It's going to be the same with us next week, whether it's Champions League, Europa League. A huge difference. 1 game a week to rotating and playing twice a week. Huge difference. Savva are going to be on the United stand discussing a match. Who? I don't think I am going to be. I don't know. I don't know. What's his name? God, I can't even think of his name. Can't think of his name at all. But I don't know him. There's no way he'd reach out to me. Angus, good morning to you. Here he is. So morning, Savva. It's my 25th tomorrow. Thank God my team ain't playing because I'll be worried they'll ruin it for me. Angus, we've been trying to warn you about your team for years and you won't believe us. But happy 25th for tomorrow, my man. What's on the agenda? Are you going clubbing? You got a party? You go to a bar? You staying in, having a meal? What are you doing, bro? Let me know. Happy 25th. And to be 25 again. Yeah, 25. God, that feels like a lifetime ago. Amin has said Man United 4, Spurs 1. Richie and Werner to keep missing sitter off. I mean, that is a huge prediction right there, Amin. 4-1 Man United. Come on. Come on. Wow. 4-1 Man United. You don't believe that, Amin, do you? I mean, if it comes off, you're like Nostradamus, but surely you don't believe that. Hussein has said skip over Højbjerg. Oh, I can't agree with you there, mate. By the way, I don't rate either of them. I think Skip is the weakest player at this club. not physically. I just think ability-wise, I think he is a very poor footballer. Sean has said, come on, people, keep liking and subscribing. This is the only channel that actually interacts with us and likes to hear our opinions, even if he doesn't agree with us all the time. Yeah, absolutely. I am one of the only ones that do that. But with that comes a lot of stick. I guess Samantha saying Basuma's suspensions will be cleared. Just because he's at the AFCON, it doesn't affect it. Absolutely. That's great news. Paul123 said he shouldn't play Skip for any reason. Yeah. I do not want to see Skip in there, if I'm honest. Disney Gal 61, big up to you. I said Diet as a 6-month loan with no upfront fees. That then if various targets are met, they have to pay us fees not exceeding 4 million. Oh, that's all a bit complicated. Okay, so basically he has to do certain things for us to make any money out of this deal, or essentially it's just a loan with no fee. Got it. Oh, Kate, stop it. Can't be calling me handsome when I'm complaining that I look like a tramp and need to go and get my hair cut. Big up to you. Good morning to you. Ratish just said, big up Savva. Happy Friday. We should not be afraid of going to Man U and getting a result, but nothing can be taken for granted. I agree. Listen, that's where I am as a football fan. That's where I am. We can beat them. I just don't take things for granted. I'm seeing a lot of Spurs fans this season. Every game we take it for granted. We'll smash these 5-0. We'll smash these 4-0. Sure, you're going to smash a few teams, but it can't be every week. It's just not how it is, and that's not who we are yet. Hopefully yet. Big up Martin. Always very, very, very supportive. Always very generous. And said, you definitely need a Chaz and Dave, bruv. Listen, it won't be do you know what? I'll be honest. I have not shaved for a decade. I have not taken a razor to my own face for a decade. I always go to my guy. My guy does it. I'll be honest. I go there. I get the face mask. I'm not going to share myself. I get the face mask. I get the shoulder massage. I get the beard done. I get the steam. Has anyone ever had the steam? I have the fire. I love it. Yeah, I love it. But I've not gone lately. I've been streaming so much. KM has said, but by the way, thank you for the super chat, Martin. I really, really do appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much for that. Really do appreciate it. Dragusin reminds me of Vardio. I mean, look, it remains to be seen. I like Vardio. I think he's a very good player. I think he goes about his job with no nonsense. I think he's a very good player. The upper tier said, big up Savva. I like that logo. That looks nice. Said, big up Savva. Get Timo in there, lad. I agree. I completely agree with you. Get him straight into the team. Let's see what he's made of. I think what's important is if he's good on day one, we don't overhype. And if he's bad on day one, we don't berate. I think for me, he needs time like any other player. I wouldn't take Henderson. Yes, he's a winner, but he's also a sellout who is quick to abandon his morals. Oh, I think that's harsh, AJ. I mean, a sellout. Oh, I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll move on from that. VDV and Romero probably have to share time, having just returned. I would agree. I would agree, mate. I think it's a big risk to go Van de Ven, Romero, having both been out injured for a while in one game. I think one of them, yes. Both of them, I think, could work brilliantly. But, players need to get back into the swing of playing. So that'll be interesting to see. Gav North, big up, Gav. How you doing, bro? So, Savva, rumour doing the rounds that the Dragon can't play Saturday due to work permit, not yet confirmed. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that at all. Interesting one. When did the work permit? Doesn't the work permit need to be done by? Is it midday today, or is it just a player needs to be registered by midday today? Because he is registered, right? Anyone else know about this? Anyone seen this? What's going on? Thanks, Gav. Interesting one. Something else to talk about there. Yido67 said, big up Savva. Looking forward to Sunday. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Go there. Yeah, play with no fear. Let's take the game to them. But you know me. I'm not one that just shouts out blasé scorelines. I don't do it. I've never done it because I just think it's silly. 5-0, 6-1. I just don't do it. Never been me. By the way, I'm one of those as well. When I'm watching a game of football, I'm not a shouter or a screamer. I'm not one when I'm in a pub that throws my pint if we score or concede. I'm not a fan in the stands that lose their mind. I've always been like that. And then people say, oh, you're not passionate. And I'm like, I am. I just don't, I'm not lose my, I just don't lose my shit when that sort of thing happens. I leave that to other fans. Yes, Thomas. Yes, Thomas. Thomas the other day said to me, I think 3 days ago, Savva, I want to start a football manager game, pick a team. So I picked Roma. Let us have your update. How you doing? You've succeeded the great Jose Mourinho. How are you doing, mate? Single parent theory said hello to Kate. Big up to Kate. Big up to you, single parent. Angus is sure that it's just a blip for Arsenal. Listen, I think you'll be there or thereabouts up in that top 3-4. I just don't think you're going to be in a title challenge. Angus, do you think you're going to be in a title challenge come the end of May? Let me know. I don't think you will be, but I do think this is a blip. I do think you're going to win games and be right up there. And did anyone remind me at Q2 Spurs Arsenal? I haven't even got there yet. Hang on, let me see if I can catch up a little bit. Brandon has said, I don't get how this is a finished league from people if there's more teams fighting for the title. I don't get the argument. Like Aston Villa is in a title race with Liverpool, Man City. Brandon, I think it all depends on what you consider to be a title race. I don't consider a title race after 20 games and 5 teams all within 6 points of each other. For me, the title race will be when you get to the business end of the season and you see who's there. Get to the last 8-9 games of the season, who's there on the home stretch. That, for me, will show you who's in a title race. All 5 of these teams will not be within 6 points of each other come the end of the season. The better teams will push through. That's my opinion. City will win it. Liverpool second, then the rest. Yeah, that for me. Only me. That's all I can say. It's just me. Thomas has said 4 points behind Milan at the top with 6 games left. Play Milan next. Smith Rowe has been brilliant. Love your channel, mate. Listen, fair play to you. Hopefully you beat Milan. Keep us updated. I don't know how you haven't played that next game then. Go and play it. Go and play it. Right. Here's the question I'm going to ask. Let's see who's biased. Let's see who can give a thoughtful reason. And let's see what everyone thinks. Right. Here's what I'm going to ask. Hang on. Let me just catch up. Sorry. Hang on. What time am I on the comments? What's the real time? Okay. Right. By the way, listen, no one in here, everyone in here surely has not given this guy stick. He's been great. He's always in the channel. He's always honest about Arsenal. He's just talking football. If anyone is giving him crap, please stop. Listen, dude, chin up. You and your son always watch this show. Keep watching. Don't worry. I'll always interact with you. Don't worry about people in the chat. I know I'm a fine one to talk, but I'm learning to deal with that now. Bearing in mind, whatever crap you get, just think how much crap I get on a daily basis. I go on the Football Terrace, right? I get crap. I go on Saeed's channel, I get crap. I go on Sean's channel, Spurs fans giving me abuse. Spurs fans. I'm a Spurs fan, and they're giving me abuse. So don't worry about it, dude. Don't worry about it. Knock it on the head. All these people that just want to abuse, you've got to wonder what goes on in their own life. So don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it. I'm going to try and catch up. Right, so players need to be registered by this afternoon. Okay, so it doesn't matter about the work permit. I'm sure that must be in. Interesting. Andrew said, how about Porro swapping with Skip and Dragusin filling in for Porro? I can't see it, mate. I don't think Porro's a centre mid. I don't see it for me. Gives the ball away too much. I think Porro needs to be where he is. That's just my opinion. Stanley Custer said, registered by 12, subject to work permit. Subject to work permit. Guys, please, can everyone be nice to each other in the chat? I don't want any nonsense. I'm trying to drive that out of my channel, all right? I'm trying to drive that out of the channel, please. Can we not have any nastiness towards anyone, please, in the chat? I don't want it here, all right? Absolutely. Black and Music said, please remember, guys, these are just football opinions. Love to everyone who's in the chat. Big up, big up, big up. I'm going to ask the question. By the way, super chats. Blame Dev, where have you been? I've not seen you on my channel for months. How are you, my friend? Thank you very much for the generous super chat. I really do appreciate it. So big up, Savva. If we get a number 8 in the remainder of the window, and I can see where this is going already, and given those going out of the club, what would you rate the window out of 10? Oh, blame Dev. You know, everyone knows I don't do the ratings out of 10. Everyone knows I don't do the ratings out of 10. The reason I don't do the ratings out of 10 is because I don't think you can tell how good a window is in the window. You can tell how good a window is when you've seen the players play and the impact they've had on the club. For example, Bentancur and Kulu came in on the last day of the window, and most of the fan base who had never really seen them play were giving it the old, oh my God, these two rejects from Juventus, what a terrible window. And then they fired us, regalvanized us to fourth. You look back and say, what a great window. The window after, in the summer, everyone said, oh my God, Conte's been backed. Look at all these signings. Perisic, Suma, Richarlison, Forster, Spence, this, that, Longley. Everyone was giving me, not everyone, most people giving me the 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. And then when it started to go wrong, it was, oh my God, but Conte's not been backed. So that window wouldn't be as good. So I'm going to plead the fifth and say that I will give you what I think the window was at the end of the season when we see what impact did the players who come in have. So maybe that was a bit of a sensible answer, but I don't like doing the rating thing because I don't know yet. Werner, for me, I'm on the fence. I've always said that. Dragoshin, I really like. Let's revisit this in May. But thank you so much for the super chat, Blade Devon. Hopefully see you in a bit more. I've not seen you for a while. And I know you're always in other chats and very supportive to everyone. So thank you for what you do for the community. Tigaro, I said, I answered your question, Ari. Højbjerg versus Skip Sav. I'm not made of cash legends. That took a lot of characters. Listen, big up to you, Tigaro. Listen, you're not made of cash, but you're always very generous. And it is very well received and appreciated. Definitely PEH versus Skip. I mean, that it shouldn't be a debate, but it is. And I think it's because he's leaving. But big up to you. Thank you very much. Guys, I'm going to ask the question. Okay, I'm going to bring up the league table. Angus, sorry, just quickly said, depends if we spend in Jan. But if we do, it will be close this season because the reason I think you'll be close to us, you won't finish above us, leads me on very nicely. Everybody in the chat. So Arsenal fans, everyone I'm speaking to, they don't think we'll finish above them, right? They don't think we'll finish above them. Here is the Premier League table. There's the top 10. No, let me not be rude. Ryan Griffiths might be in the chat. And if Ryan Griffiths is in the chat, then I want to get Wolverhampton Wanderers down there in 11th. There you go, Ryan, if you're in the chat. Just for you, my friend. See, I look after people. Tottenham are currently 1 point behind Arsenal. 1 point behind Arsenal, who have won 1 of their last 5. Spurs have won 4 of their last 5. The question I'm going to ask in the chat, do Spurs finish above Arsenal? Now, I don't just want a yes or a no. I want yes because or no because right? So yes because or no because, right? So let's see. Keep it. Let's keep this sensible. Give me proper reasons, not no because Arsenal are our rivals. Like yes because Arsenal are our rivals. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. There's the table. So you've seen it long enough. We're level on wins. We've lost more than them. We've lost more than them, but they've drawn 1 more than us. Which is the point. They're 4 goals better off in goal difference, but only 1 solitary point in the league table. So who will finish higher and why? So it'll be yes because or no because, right? So big up to you. I'll leave that to fester for a little bit in the chat. Let me remove that table. Let me quickly check Fabrizio Romano and see what else is happening in the world of football. See if anything has happened in the last few minutes. No, nothing has happened so far on this Friday. Big up Frankie Kiernan, always in the chat, and said, watching at school right now, Savva. School, how old are you? Watching at school right now, Savva. So I won't be active in the chat. Keep up the great streams and shout out to the people who always watch the streams but aren't in the chat. Big up to you, Frankie. Well, school, what? How old are you, Frankie? How old are you? What have you got coming up? Is this college school? Is this exams, as in GCSEs? What you got going on, my friend? Caribbean Spurs has said, morning, Savva and all. Welcome the Dragon. If Højbjerg goes, then a DM a must would be a 10 out of 10 window. There we go. The 10 out of 10s. It's the ratings. Everyone loves the ratings game, don't they? Everyone loves the ratings game. Oh, hang on. Where are we? Everyone loves the ratings game. Kate has said, I don't give anyone credit. Yeah, I know you don't, Kate. Listen, we weren't aiming that at you. Absolutely, rate this window in May. I agree. If they both come in and do brilliantly, you go, what a window it was. If they both come in and flop, you say, well, it wasn't a good window. You can rate it on paper, but we've done this as Spurs fans before where oh my God, what a window. We won the transfer window. Remember all that nonsense? We've won the transfer window. Where are those people? Big up Mario. Said, hi, Savva and everyone in the chat. And I think Mario has also, if I'm not wrong, I've just seen gifted one Football Heritage TV membership. Let me see if I can find out who that went to. Mario, that's very, very, very kind of you. It went to someone who's great. It went to Blacker Music. Big up to Blacker Music. Big up to you, Mario. Thank you so much for the support. Really do appreciate it. And thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you, Mario. I really do appreciate that, my friend. By the way, I haven't asked you in the show, but the link is in the chat. If anyone would like to subscribe, we're like just over 250 away now from 13K, which is absolutely amazing considering where we were 10 days ago. We weren't even on 12K. So if we can do 1,000 subscribers in 10 to 15 days, that would be absolutely amazing. So please do show your support, and the link is in the chat. And if you'd like to become a member, let me know. Corey said, why don't you stream as much now? Me? Why don't I stream as much? What? Me? Corey, are you kidding me? I think I'm constantly streaming. I'm streaming to the point where my wife is almost going, yeah, let's get divorced. She's not, by the way. She's not. She's not. By the way, the like button needs to be tickled. It needs to be tickled. There's only 227 likes. Big up to everyone. Right. Angus has said, use had a blip, now it's our turn. Yeah, your blip is now 7 games, Angus. Your blip is 7 games without loads and loads and loads of injuries. So, Stanika said, if we get our shit together, I'm inclined to say yes. No, because Arsenal are bottlers. Yes, you have a better manager. So look, we've got a Man City fan, I believe, saying Arsenal bottlers. Yes, you have a better manager. Spurs have a better manager than Arsenal. Louis K has said, yes, with players coming back, I believe our 11 competes with theirs. Okay. Ledoux, this is interesting. I just wanted to get people's rationale. I think a lot of times, you know what you get in chats, people go, yeah, we'll finish above them. I like to know why. People should know this about me now. I like to look deep into things. Even when I'm saying, why do I think we'll beat City, Man U, whatever. And if I'm saying, I think we'll draw or we might lose or we'll win, I like to look deep. Why? Let me caveat. Let's have a look. I'm that sort of detail-orientated person. Cantab said, yes, because our injured players are coming back. Thomas said, absolutely, but only if our top players stay fit. Ayush has said, yes, because we are better, simply. Phil B has said, yes, because of the ensuing meltdown and repercussions. Love it. Oh, imagine Arsenal finish below Spurs and out of the Champions League. No one will see Angus for about a year, that's for sure. But then they'll all rant and rave about we've won more trophies than you. They'll go back to the usual because that's all their coping mechanism allows them. Thank you to whoever just subscribed. It is much appreciated. Dominic Solanke is one of the EA Sports Player of the Month, by the way. Is that what they just call Player of the Month now? Let's have a look. 1 second. Dominic Solanke is one of the EA Sports Player of the Month. There is motion at my front door. I'm pretty sure it's going to be that bloody cat that does not stop going past my house. Ivan Cho said, Spurs aren't good enough to go on a run of games and they don't have enough depth. They will lose an away game 2-1 to a Forest. They won't finish above Arsenal as bad as they are. Well, this is the thing. It's consistency, right? It's the consistency that we need to see. We beat Forest, but I understand your point. Blinders About said yes, because we have Ange and they have Arteta. By the way, I'm not saying you Blinders About, but I wonder if all the people in the summer that were saying, oh, but Postecoglou, why have we got this fraud? He's only come from Celtic. He's never done it in a top league. I wonder where those people are. Just saying. Defensively, I think we're better than yous. I mean, Angus, based on what? Based on what? Based on the fact that we've had our whole defence ripped out for the last 10 games and you haven't? Or what? I mean, again, Angus, this is what I've always said about you, dude. I've always said this about you. You say these things without really giving any basis. Give me a basis of your debate. Bearing in mind, we haven't had our back four for 10 games together. You have. You've had Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba, and White together for the season. So why? Arsenal have depth. And Arsenal have depth is the question. I think that's not to me. So Hennessy said no, because I don't think I think our squad won't be able to stay fit enough for us to get consistent results. So in the long run, I think Arsenal overtake us. I mean, this is the interesting thing. Yes, players are coming back from injury. I think we're going to have injuries all season long because of the style of play and just through evidence that we've seen. But I thought Arsenal would finish above us, but Arsenal have gone backwards. And for me, in a big way, I think they've gone backwards. The football's not as good. The results aren't as good. Their players don't look as good. I think they've gone massively backwards. God, there's a lot of comments here. Paul123 has said, yes, if we continue getting our players back. It's so interesting, isn't it, how there's so many different views? Because Ungwid Israeli says no, because I reckon we'll get hit with more injuries. There is that. That gamer guy says yes, because we've been injury-ridden all season so far, yet only 1 point behind them with our injured players to come back. Good point. Good point. All good points. AJ said Arsenal have hit a brick wall. They haven't been playing well and they've stopped picking up the wins. They need a striker and I don't think they get one. Spurs are buzzing. Momentum is with us. Okay. Hussaina said yes, because Spurs got less games and Champions League kicks in soon. Okay. There's another. I love this. All these different angles that I love this. This is what football debates and football YouTube channel should be about for me. TB has said Spurs will finish higher. Gunners slowly crumbling as Lego Head hasn't figured out phase 4 of the rebuild. Aren't they in phase 5? I never know what phase. These Arsenal fans chatting about phases. I have no idea. He's been there 5 years, hasn't he? Smash the subscribe button, people. Come on. Let's get a few more. Look, here we are. Can we get that closer to 12,750? And then we'll be 250 away. Can we do it? The link is in the chat. So please, 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 if you haven't subscribed, please do. And I will always interact with the chat. Stuart Reader said we need our players to stop getting stupid suspensions. Also, very good point. Very, very good point. We talk about injuries. For me, the suspensions, which are needless, don't help. Ian, I'm trying to get to all of these comments, by the way. So I am trying, but there will be some I won't be able to get to. If Arsenal lose a couple more soon and City Liverpool stretch, I think their heads will go further and drop. Well, already for me, they missed their opportunity to really go above Man City. They really missed their opportunity to go above Man City. Man City are above them with a game in hand, and Man City were apparently in a blip. I mean, Arsenal need to sort themselves out. They really do. I don't care, by the way, but their fans. Listen, I had fans on yesterday. I spoke to this week. Fans who were a little bit more honest, like Kunle. Was very down to earth about it. Dan Potts, very down to earth about it. And then you get the Arsenal fans that just cannot tell the truth. Angus said, I'm praying the break will do us a world of good now. Having Timber coming back will be absolutely massive. Yeah, but I saw yesterday that they still haven't put a time frame on when he's back. I think your problems are much more than Timber. I think your manager's a problem. I think Saka's a problem. Martinelli, Odegaard, these players are not stepping up to the plate. Snays T40 said, if Arsenal don't purchase a proper number 9, then yes, Spurs will finish above Arsenal. It's interesting, isn't it? It's all very, very interesting. Sta has said R9 is still loading up. Don't worry, he'll score against United. Oh, God, R9. Oh, there's the link, by the way, for anyone. There's the link. Big up, Blaine Dev. He's so generous. You're so generous. And listen, I really appreciate that, bro. So I've been really busy at work, Sav. You tend to stream mornings. I do. And afternoons. I do. So it's tough times to catch you. but I'm still there lurking. Not too creepy, Bader. Listen, appreciate everything you do for all of the shows. I always see you in Sean's chat and Henry's chat as well. A big up to you, bro. Hope you are well. I really do appreciate that. George was coming. Big up, George. Someone else, always very generous. I said, why the change in Levy? What's changed? Pressure. I wouldn't say anything's massively changed. It's still a fairly cheap deal for Dragusin alone. But what has changed is the timing. And that, for me, will be Postecoglou and his team saying, I want these players in early. I want them in early. These aren't difficult deals to do. If we're going to do them on the last day of the window, we can do them now. So I don't think, and listen, has Levy changed? I think we're seeing shoots of it. But time, everything is time. Again, the way I don't judge a footballer on one game, the way I don't judge a manager or an owner on one transfer window. So for me, it's going to be about what we do accumulatively over the next 3-4 years. But positive signs. Can't ask for more than that. So thank you, George. LaMatrix01, big up to you. I said, greetings from Berlin. Great channel with a good positive energy. Big up. I can't believe you're calling me positive. I'm always called negative. But thank you so much. I really do appreciate it, my friend. And I hope you have a lovely day in Berlin. I've not been to Berlin. I wouldn't mind going there. So listen, thank you very much. I really, really do appreciate that. Thank you so far to everybody with the super chats, the likes and the subscribes. Where are we? Left of centre said, hi, Savva. We could not get players traded easily previously. 6 months under Ange, and our players seem more attractive to other clubs. False. Yeah, listen, there's a feel-good factor. I've gone openly and said this. I feel like whatever happened in the summer, bringing in Ange, bringing in Lang, bringing in Scott Munn, it feels like there's a plan. And anybody who's watched me for years, I mean, hopefully some of you are back up in the chat. That's always what I've wanted is a plan. My criticism under managers like Conte and Jose and Poch wasn't necessarily always about them. Some of them, I didn't like Conte's style of football, for example, but it was more about where is the club going. So when Spurs were sitting second and had a really good 11 with Poch and everyone was going, why are you negative? I wasn't negative. I was saying, what's the plan behind this? This is the first time in years and years. This is the first time in the ENIC ownership I can see a plan as a football club. That has shifted my mindset and my mentality. It's the first time in years I feel like we've got a plan. Hopefully that makes sense to everyone. Stanley Kush said, if we can get top 4, our draw for players will be immense under Ange. I've heard this before. If we get top 4, our pull for top 4 players. This will still go down to Levy and spending big. You can have the draw, but if you don't spend for those players, the draw isn't there. This is not one that is just on Ange. I think we've got to remember that. I heard this under Jose. I heard this under Conte. And yes, their names have pull, but Levy never went and pulled the trigger. We haven't seen him do that yet either on the Postecoglou. I'm talking about a real big name that's big money. We've not seen it. When I see it, I will agree with you 100%. Cool. AJ said Arsenal have hit a brick wall. Okay. Oh, sorry. I've read that one. Jay Kismet has said, I bet you guys celebrated when Arsenal let in 2 goals against us a lot on Sunday. Listen, for me, it's not so much about celebrating. It was just like, yeah, look, you're not as good as you think you are. And unfortunately, you've got Arsenal fans, not mentioning any names, that just go way overboard. Angus will tell you that Saka is worth 150 million. Let that sink in. Saka, who looks like a very ordinary winger. Definitely in the days where I grew up, he wouldn't have even been considered a very good player. He would have been considered an average footballer. Now, 150 million. No. Tony has said yes, because Ange and our players have a higher playing IQ. Interesting. Jeff has said yes, because we have a feel-good factor. And there seems to be some toxicity at the illegitimates ATM. The illegitimates ATM. Wow. Love that. Never heard that sound before. Angus. Again, what I don't get from you, notice how everyone's giving reasons. You just say throwaway comments that make them very nonsensical. Why? Yous ain't finishing above us. Why? Why aren't we finishing above you? Give me some reasons. Let's debate it. Let's chat. That's what football is about. Why? You are not in a good shape at the moment. I'm not saying we will, by the way. I haven't given an opinion on this. I'm just looking at it. If Arsenal sort themselves out, they're a very good team. But at the moment, you don't look like you are. And you haven't done anything in the window. You've not moved yet, but there's still time. Tony has said, comparing the timeline progress between Spurs and Arsenal, you have to give it to Spurs. And just overseen improvement and change quicker. Stanika said, no way. Our defense is better. I love it. I love this. This could rumble on. I don't know what I've started here. This could rumble in. I expect to see an influx of Arsenal fans in a minute. And a crappy debate. SAH said, one more midfielder, quality midfielder I see us enter the title race. Not for me, not this year. Maybe next year. Bobby, Sav, Chris Cowling has just come on out and said there is interesting skip. Just jumping off to see what he's saying. Be back now. Yeah, I mean, if Chris Cowling's the go-to guy for transfer news, then sure. Chris Cowling's someone who doesn't get involved with any of the Spurs community or any other YouTubers and do anyone else's show. Big up to Chris. Big up to Chris. Stanicus says Porto will end Arsenal's Champions League campaign. Wow. Taken Knots, if fans screaming no to Postecoglou at the beginning of the season was embarrassing. I agree. Colin has said I was sceptical of Ange when he joined. Glad to be proved wrong. If they don't buy a striker, we should finish above them. Interesting. Ivalis has said, yes, injured players coming back. We strengthened in this window. It's amazing how me asking one question has got so many comments. It's absolutely madness. Ange building toughness, resilience, no excuses. Arteta building whining, victim culture. They will bottle it. Wow. Okay. Video complete. Sofian, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Said, would you take Zielinski for free in the summer? Yes, and all day, yes. Absolutely. What a steal that would be. A free transfer for Zielinski. Yes, please. Thank you so much for the super chat. Another thought-provoking comment. Yes, I would take him, definitely. So thank you very, very much for that. Really, really do appreciate it. Samantha has said, I think Levy has realised he's got a good thing with Big Ange and made too many mistakes, not backing previous managers properly. Yeah, we need to see this continued. As I keep saying, we've got to see this continued. It can't be a... By the way, I do feel like we're going overboard. Like, he's got some players in early, but he's not gone and broke the bank or anything. He's not gone and done any deals we shouldn't be doing. He's got a loan player and a bloke who was 25 million euros. So he's shifted out about 21 million quid. So I do feel we need to... I give credit to him for getting the deals done early. But for me, let's see in the summer, if we're in a position where we had a couple of top players to challenge for a title, do we go and add the top players or do we keep buying young players? We'll see. It's positive, but we will see. Black and Music said people can credit Levy, but he hasn't changed, unfortunately. He just has a manager who asks for less and complains a lot less about what he has. Interesting. There's one way of looking at it. Snazzy T said, I was on the fence when Ange was appointed due to the lack of knowledge about Big Ange. Yeah, fair enough. Paul has said, why is there a break? I don't know what's going on, mate. I don't know what's going on. I really, really don't. Oh, God, right. Okay. Ivancho said, at Football Heritage TV, what do you think? Spurs above Arsenal. If I know you well, I think you'll say no because you don't believe Spurs can go on a winning run. It's really hard to envision it. Look, what do I think? I'll be honest. I think that Arsenal have really, I don't want to say disappointed because I don't care about them. I think they've really disappointed in terms of from how much they've bigged themselves up, from all of the we're in a title challenge talk, for we're better than Man City now. We've got a good squad for spending 220 million in the summer. I think they've been disappointing. At the moment, I feel more confident than ever that we can finish above them. I think it's going to be like this. I don't think either of them, Spurs or Arsenal, are in a title race. There you go. I'll say that. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see between Spurs, Arsenal and Villa what happens for third, fourth, fifth. That's just my opinion. I think the rest are a little bit further below. I think Liverpool and City for me are a little bit further above. That's only my opinion. We'll see. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. Nothing changes either way. I don't win a medal. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Boom. I will. I'll come over. I'll come over to Berlin one day. Why not? I really love German beers, so definitely get over a few beers. Steve Kopp said, it's just suddenly very cold in my house. Here's one for you. If Keith Birkinshaw came back, what would he change and how would he get on with Levy? Oh, my God. What would he change? Keith Birkinshaw. Well, Keith Birkinshaw is one of our greats, isn't he? Keith Birkinshaw is a great manager. What would he change? I don't know. I think listen, it's a different era, isn't it? I mean, in those eras, it was all local lads or English players that came together that galvanised. Now it's a different world. How would he get on with Levy? Probably how everyone else has got on with Levy. Some good moments, some bad moments, some very frustrating moments. But yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. I like that. Lots of you making me think this morning, early doors. Phil B said, do you think it sends a message to rivals if you beat United and keep grinding out wins while you have key players missing? Of course it does. Yeah, of course it does. Of course it does. I think what people have seen from Tottenham this year is that we're a very good team that kind of need to be at full strength to be at our best, but that we will keep plugging away and grinding away without those players. Now, what you've seen is in the last 10 games, you've seen some wins and some losses without those players. The question will be, when those players are back fit, and hopefully they all stay fit, can we go on another run like we did at the beginning of the season? Now, there's nothing to say we can't, but there's nothing to say we will. So, for me, as I always say, the next 3 games in football are massive. Let's be fair. Spurs win the next 3 games, the title talk will be rife. Spurs lose their next 3 games. I don't think we will, by the way. Spurs lose their next 3 games. Everyone's talking about Spurs are Spursy, Spurs are bottling it. They're not even going to get Champions League. And that's the difference in football. 3 games is massive. 4 games ago, Arsenal sitting there laughing at Man City. Arsenal was sitting there going, we're top of the league. Now look at them. So 4 games is massive in football. I'm sure you've all heard me say that before. I know people get frustrated with me because they want me to just say, yeah, we're beating Man U 4-0. We're beating Man City definitely. But it's just not me. I like to just keep cards a bit close to the chest. I like to look at variables, things like that. Where are we? So many comments. Sorry, I'm going to try and catch up a little bit here. I can't agree with you more. Dangerous to say this when we're about to play Marcus Rashford. But yeah, I can't agree with you more. For me, both of them are typically overhyped English players. Good players, but overhyped. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. Musing with football fans says, sorry, what are you saying, Savva? Saka not world class and does not get in the Real Madrid all-time 11. Honestly. Oh, hang on. Who's in my... Sorry, someone's at my front door. Let me just check. Oh, no, it's a fox. Why on earth is a fox wandering across my car and at 11:20? Little bugger. Every now and then the fox goes underneath and chews on the brake cables. Yeah. Oh, musings. You have to laugh. Honestly, I've seen some terrible takes from Arsenal fans. Honestly, some terrible takes. Saka gets into an all-time Arsenal 11. Saka would have got into the Invincibles team. All of this kind of nonsense. Nowhere near their level, that player. Nowhere near their level. Sean Smith has said, Savva, I've read a couple of articles. Sorry, my name must get really boring for people to say. Savva, I've read a couple of articles saying that we are going all out and replacing Kane in the summer. I know we can't ever replace the king, but getting a striker in the summer. Hope so. I don't think, I think you're right. You can't replace Kane. Whoever you get in is not going to be as good as Kane, but I think we do need a striker. Be interesting to see what we do. And hence why I think Werner's coming on loan, because we probably will make a move in the summer. We'll see. You never know what will happen between now and then as well. You just don't know what will happen between now and then. Bill said we aren't finishing above Arsenal. They signing Mbappe and already have Starboy. Plus, they've got number 29. Oh, I love it. Mbappe to Arsenal is one of the funniest delusional things I've ever heard. Mbappe to Arsenal. Apparently, they're signing Tony, Mbappe, Zubamendi, Neto. All of them are going to Arsenal this January. We finish this now. Said Sav, you know that you've now got your own catchphrase. It's absolutely madness. You can market that. Listen, my catchphrases are never a dull day at Spurs. It is what it is. And it's absolute madness, plus context and consistency. So, yeah, I do like to say a few things over and over and over again. By the way, guys, come on. We haven't had a subscriber for 15 minutes. Come on. 17 away from 12,750. If 3 or 4 of you could press that button, I've hardly asked this show, so please do. The link is in the chat. And on the likes front, we should be over 300. We're on 272. Smash that button. Nocky, big up to you, has said, if we finish, I love that cat with a little bow tie. If we finish in the top 4, do you think we need to start spending big like Levy just seemed to avoid and would need a complete change for his attitude towards transfers? Look, I don't think every transfer needs to be a big signing. What I do think, and I think you guys will agree, I've been really consistent with this. If you want to go to the next level, I think you've got to sprinkle some stardust. You've got to go out and make a couple of signings where you go, there is the statement of intent. For me, it's the one thing Spurs haven't done. We haven't done that. We didn't do it when we had that team under Poch where I thought, go and make a couple of statement signings. We didn't do it under Conte. We've not done it under Jose. For me, we're buying good players. But I think to go to the next level, there's a difference in players' mentality, belief, and more importantly, players' ability. Players' ability. The best players win the trophies. Let's be brutally honest. It's why Man City win everything. We can talk about mindset, players running through brick walls, belief, resilience. Man City have all of that, plus their players are better than everyone else's. So it's a dangerous combination to have. He also signed Maddison and Van. Yeah, but Samantha, you would expect that. James Maddison was a team that had just been relegated and was only 40 million. And Van der Ven, it's a step up from Wolfsburg to Tottenham. So for me, it's got to be that we see something where you go, oh, that's a real one. But positive signs. Keep doing it. Window after window after window. A couple of super chats here. Aussie Made Traveller has said, a big up, thank you so much to you. Said, would playing the big three at the back work? I don't think so. I think you'd lose something in the team. I don't see him switching to a back three. I think the option's there, which is nice. Versatility, got to have it. I don't see it for me personally. I don't know if anyone else thinks it will go to that. He's got the personnel for it, definitely with Udogie and Porro as wing-backs. But I just don't. I think that would take away from the midfield dynamic, from the press. I don't think so for me. But we'll see. You can never say never. Nana Hotspur has said, we will finish above Arsenal. I love that. Just we will finish above Arsenal. Love it. And Nana Hotspur has gone on to say, we will beat United. We will scrape past City. So we're going to finish above Arsenal, beat Man U and beat City. Some big predictions there, Nana Hotspur. Thank you so much for the super chats. Some big predictions coming from you there. Let's hope that all comes true, shall we? I'm trying to get Arsenal for life. Here we go. I told you we'd get a few Arsenal fans start coming in. Finish above Arsenal trophy. Not for me. No, there's no trophy. Finishing above Arsenal is just bragging rights, isn't it? That's it. It's bragging rights. I don't think it's anything else. I don't think it's a trophy, but it is. Left of centre said yes. Why? Statistics, ours overall will be far better. More possession, more chances, more goals, more wins. Simple. Okay, let's listen. I don't go as brazen as other people. I don't, but hey, good luck to you guys with these predictions. We're going to go for another 5 to 10 minutes, by the way. Savva, I'll wait until we play Arsenal on April the 27th. Then it should be clear who finishes above who. I tell you what, wouldn't it be great if that was a win that would cement us finishing above them? At the moment, the way they're playing, I couldn't see them coming to our ground and winning. But let's be fair. April the 27th is a long way away. A lot happens in 3 months of football. A lot. For all we know, we could be looking at a completely different landscape in April. So let's see what happens. John Ellis Hall has said to stay where we are, no actual central defenders. Imagine Arsenal doing that. I think that is the one thing you've got to give Spurs credit for. No Van de Ven and Romero for so long, and still only 1 point behind Arsenal, who they tell me are full of superstars. We'll see. I love this. Yeah, who saw this yesterday? Dan Potts on our channel saying that there are ADLs, the Arteta defence lawyers. Angus, please don't be an Arteta defence lawyer and the world's of Dan Potts. Let's deep Arsenal how much trash have picked up from Chelsea. Jorginho, Havertz, and apparently Borja. And look where they are. Interesting. I know it wasn't you, Angus, but I love you. You know I do. But you come out with some outrageously bad takes on your club. Yeah, I mean, do you still stand by that Saka is 150 million? Like, just unbelievable. Daniel Harris said, can you realistically see us getting another signing this month? Yeah, I do. I do think we'll get a midfielder. I think it depends on Højbjerg going. I still maintain that. I think Hill, Højbjerg, Tanganga, Reggie will all go. I think we're bringing a midfielder. Who will it be? Will it be a loan? I'm hoping it's not another kid. I'm hoping that it's somebody that comes in right away immediately and can play. But we'll see. I've always said I'd like Matt O'Reilly, so we will see. Stanley Kush, where are you seeing this? When people put these in, please let me know the source so I can go and look at it. And by the way, 425 of you, and no one subscribed for 20 minutes. Let's get some subscribers up, please. And we should be on 300 likes. We're only on 282. Where have you seen this, Stanley Kush? Where have you seen this? Antonio Silva, good player. Rob Brown said big money doesn't always buy big players. Sometimes just big headaches. Yes, but it also does buy you top players that wins you leagues. So when people say this, big money, if we're going to say big money doesn't always buy big players, then we should never say, oh, well, Man City have spent money or Chelsea have spent money to win. Just my opinion. Guys and girls, I do think I'm going to leave it there. What a really good show. I'm not going to leave it there. There's been a super chat from 7SC who has said, why is it when we finish above Arsenal, they call it a trophy, but when they finish above us, it's okay to make fun? Look, 7SC, first of all, thank you so much for your generosity. Let's be brutally honest here, shall we? Let's be brutally honest. Arsenal fans have a win-win situation in their own minds, right? If they don't finish above us, they'll just go to, we've won more trophies than you. If they do finish above us, it's Arteta's great, Saka's great, the team's great, we're better than you. So you can't do it. But at the same way, our fans will do the same thing. If we finish above them, our fans will celebrate it like it's a trophy. I don't care about just finishing above Arsenal. I want to finish above everyone. I want to be the best. So, but look, thank you so much. Great question. Always supportive. So thank you so much, 7SC. Let me just see if I've missed anything. I don't think I have. I think I'm up to date. I see Angus is having... yeah, you see, you've got outrageous takes. You know you have. I love it. At least you admit it. And listen, there's Spurs fans with outrageous takes as well. Last update, Nicolas Pepe on your game. You signed Nicolas Pepe to Roma. Big up to you. Guys, girls, much love. Please join me at 5 p.m. It'll be my last show of the week. 5 p.m. It's Sean and I for the Friday Spurs Throwdown. Just a quick 1 hour. We'll be talking about the Man United game in a bit more detail, looking at a few of the other topics that have come up throughout the day. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you very much to everybody. And don't forget, we're going to have the Spurs review. We'll have a watch along for the Spurs game on Sunday. And then we'll have the Spurs review later in the evening. So thank you to everybody. I really appreciate your support. We go again next week. For anyone that knows, I don't do the 10 a.m. shows on Sundays or Saturdays. Otherwise, it's overkill. We do the Monday to Friday. Join me on Monday for that. Join me tonight at 5 o'clock. And please check out my video that I'm going to be releasing at about 2 p.m. Much love, everyone. Take care. See you later. And as always, come on, you Spurs.